Hey everyone, how's it going? I know it's been a while since I made a video now. I just didn't really find anything interesting that was coming up to talk about, but we have something pretty interesting and really impressive to talk about here. This happened the last few weeks ago, and I wanted to make a video on this, just haven't had the time to, but now we're gonna get into it, and it's different. And like I said on this channel before, I talk about all things hockey, not just the NHL. And today we're gonna be taking a look at university sports, as something really impressive happened here, as you can see at the top of this article. The UNB men's hockey team, for the first time ever in university sports history, their first perfect 30-0 regular season in U Sports history. They went undefeated the whole season. Gardner McDougall became winningest U Sports men's hockey head coach a few days earlier. So there's the picture of them saluting the crowd and celebrating there. As you see, University of New Brunswick men's hockey players salute a sold-out crowd at the Aitken University Center. I probably said that wrong. After completing a 30-0 regular season on Saturday. 30 wins and 0 losses, the University of New Brunswick men's hockey team completed a perfect regular season on Saturday with a 9-1 win over the University of PEI, becoming the first U Sports hockey team to win 30 consecutive games in the process. An undefeated regular season hasn't happened in U Sports men's hockey since 2002 and 03, when Western University accomplished the feature. That team actually lost 2 games that season, but the losses were reversed due to a player eligibility issue according to U Sports records, which I did not know that, so that's interesting. You'd have to go back to the early 1970s when the University of Toronto and St. Mary's University men's teams both posted perfect regular seasons with no losses or ties to find a Canadian university men's hockey team quite as dominant as this year's UNB team has been. Even then, those teams played fewer games in the season. It's a great feeling, said UNB forward Austin Keaton, who finished the season as the leading scorer in the competitive Atlantic University Sport AUS with 50 points in 30 games. When you do something that rewrites history, it's pretty incredible. And then there's the picture of their leading scorer there, Keaton. UNB men's hockey forward Austin Keaton celebrates with line mate Brady Gilmore. Keaton had a hat trick on Saturday, while Gilmore had 4 points. Keaton had a hat trick in the win over UPEI, yeah, we just said that, while his line mate Brady Gilmore had a goal and 3 assists. Samuel Richard made 17 saves in the win. When the final buzzer sounded, the team saluted the sold-out crowd of more than 3,300 at the Aitken University Center. The homey 1970s era rink in the Maritime Province's capital. They celebrated under rows of white banners from standout UNB men's and women's hockey teams of the past. In the last 2 seasons, both the UNB men's and women's teams have made the national championships, with the men's team winning its 9th national title last year. But an undefeated regular season is a first. I think it's just our bound, Keaton said, about what makes this team special. For people who are around our team, we're so connected. We're brothers on the ice and off the ice. We push each other. And then there's a video here of them getting the 30-0 regular season. We'll take a look at the video here, if it will load.
The fans to their feet. pulled off a perfect regular season. 30 games, 0 ties, 0 losses, and history has been made.
Going into the game, just warming up, you feel the buzz in the air.
The UNB Reds look to cap off an already record-breaking season.
And when that final buzzer went off, it was pretty surreal. Everyone stood up, was clapping. We were kind of really just soaking it up as a group.
And history has been made.
Setting a record of 30-0 is surreal. It doesn't feel like it was possible at some points in the year.
Looking back on the game and on that night, it'll definitely be one of those moments in my hockey career, and I think I speak for many of my teammates that will remember forever.
It was a terrific atmosphere, and our guys obviously responded with one of the biggest wins of the season. I think it's just a tremendous lifetime moment.
There's a lot left to the story to write for us, and that next chapter is going to be the hardest one yet, and we're looking forward to that challenge that comes.
Imagine all those games, not a single off night, not one where they fall behind and they just can't catch up. Incredible to be able to win every single game. Plus, they are the national champs, so that's really their goal, to try to repeat. And if there's any other lesson in all of this, it's go out and enjoy some U sports in Canada, and all kinds of sports. They're all great games going on and easy to get to and usually not very expensive.
So there you go. There's them talking about their perfect 30-0 season, the players and coaches and all that. University of New Brunswick men's hockey team became, we already said that, earning a place in the history books. A long road ahead. Some of the players on this team were here in 2020 and 2021 when the team practiced for months but never got to play a single game due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The team went to the national championship the season after that, but exited early. Then they got redemption last year, winning it all. It's left them hungry for more. I think there's a lot of growth in personal life and a lot of growth as a team that you can get from doing hard things consistently, said Captain Jason Wilms, who had a goal and an assist in the 9-1 win. We're just kind of focusing on the process, and I think that's what makes us so special. And then there's their captain there, Jason Wilms. UNB was perfect on both the penalty kill and power play on Saturday, scoring 3 goals in 3 opportunities with the extra attacker and killing off all 3 advantages UPEI got. The team finished atop the AUS in both categories this season, on top of scoring 5.73 goals per game, a full 2 goals more than the next closest team. They're indicators of how dominant the team has been, but those stats won't be top of mind for UNB when they return to practice Monday. They have a bye to the AUS semifinals and know they'll be facing a team in 2 weeks that has some momentum after winning a quarterfinal series. So talking about that semifinals, they will be playing St. Mary's University now. That is determined now. They will be playing St. Mary's University, and I believe that series starts tomorrow at the time I'm recording this video, February 22nd. I believe their series starts tomorrow, February 23rd. Guys come to UNB not for regular season accomplishments, but to win national titles, Wilm said. I know we've got a long road ahead and it's just going to get harder from here, but it's definitely important to just take it all in. Obviously, it's a pretty big accomplishment to get to this point. Milestone for the coach. While his team wrote themselves into the record book, with a perfect season on Saturday, UNB men's head coach Gardner McDougall reached his own milestone a few days ago when he won his 489th game. Wow. More than any ever U Sports men's hockey coach. Halfway through the first period on Saturday, the buzzer sounded and the game was paused to honor McDougall. His family walked onto the ice to present him with a jersey with the number 489 on it. There's the picture right there of them of the players giving him his jersey with his family. The crowd gave him a standing ovation before his team gathered around for a photo, and then McDougall's players went back to work, adding a 490th win to his record. Wilms believes his team's work ethic comes from McDougall, who's spent more than 2 decades behind the UNB bench. It doesn't matter if it's a Saturday night or if we're at the rink on a Monday morning, getting ready for a practice. He kind of brings that energy every day and that consistency to his daily life and his daily habits, Wilms said. When your coach is your hardest working player, I think you've got a pretty good standard. For McDougall, that sense of hard work can be traced back to Bedeck, PEI, where he saw hard work everywhere around him. One of his biggest role models was his younger sister, Catherine, a left-shooting field hockey player who taught herself how to shoot right so she could make Canada's Olympic team. In that small PEI village, they had an arena. It became the place McDougall loved, and the rink is still the place he loves all these years later. It's never work, McDougall said. It's a privilege to have the job I do at UNB, to have that privilege and responsibility to try to get the most out of the group that we have each and every year. And then, he's built one of the most successful university programs in the country. UNB's men's team to 8 of their 9 national championships and graduating players to professional hockey annually. Credited his coaching staff for the season's 30-0 record. The last time a team went undefeated in Canadian women's university hockey was when McGill went 20-0 in 2012-2013, led by future Olympic gold medalist Melody Daou. So there you go. A really, really impressive season by UNB. And obviously, UNB, like it said in this article, has had some great teams over the past few years. Obviously, UNB is one of the top university hockey schools for university hockey in Nova Scotia. And then, of course, you have some others like St. FX, Acadia, Dalhousie, St. Mary's, all those teams. But over the last few years, it's really been UNB that's been a strong hockey university school. So, yeah, I know this was a pretty long video for this one, but I just really wanted to talk about it because it really is impressive, and hopefully they win the championship for the playoffs. I feel like they have to now, going 30-0, perfect regular season, and then if you don't win the championship, what a bummer that would be. So I'm actually rooting for them to win the championship because that will just cap off the whole perfect season there. And so thank you guys for tuning in and watching this one. Really impressive season by UNB, and let's hope they can keep it going in the playoffs. They are in the semifinals now. As it mentioned, they got a bye to the semifinals because they were the top seed. They're playing St. Mary's in the semifinal. So let's hope they can win it all and really cap off this perfect season. But really impressive to see 30-0 season in university sports. That hasn't happened in a long time, and first ever perfect season in UNB history. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.